Last time on the real life Elsinore, Hamlet found out the truth about his father. However, he has yet to do anything about it, just asking a lot of questions, walking around a lot, talking to people, starting to act crazy, but he hasn't really done anything. Will anything happen this time? Guess we'll have to find out.
But now my cousin Hamlet and my son.
A little more than kin and less than kind.
How is it that the clouds still hang on you?
Not so, my lord. I am too much in the sun.
Good Hamlet, cast thy nighted colour off, and let thy eye colour look friend on Denmark. Do not forever, with thy veiled lids, seek for thy noble father in the dust. Thou know'st 'tis common. All must live, must die, passing through nature to eternity.
Aye, madam, it is common.
Why seemed it so particular, if it be with thee?
Seems, madam? Nay, it is. I know not seems. 'Tis not alone my inky clothes, good mother, nor customary suits of saw black, nor windy suspiration of forced breath, no, nor the fruitful river in the eye, nor the dejected behavior of the visage, together with all forms, moods, shapes of grief that can denote me truly. These indeed seem, for they are actions that a man might play. But I have that within which passes show, these but the trappings and the suits of woe.
Let not thy mother lose her prayers, Hamlet. I pray thee, stay with us. Go to Wittenberg.
I shall in all my best obey you, madam.
Why, 'tis a loving and fair reply. But the great cannon on the clouds shall tell, and the king's rouse the heaven shall bruit again, re-speaking earthly thunder. Come away.
Oh, that this too sullied flesh would melt, thaw, and resolve itself into a dew. Or that the everlasting cannot fix his cannon get self-slaughtered. Oh God, God. How weary, so flat and unprofitable seem to me all the uses of this world. Fie on a fie, 'tis unweeded garden that grows to seed. Things rank and gross in nature, possesses it yearly, that it should not come to this, but 2 months dead. Nay, not so much, not 2. So excellent a king, that this was this, had peered into a satire, so loving to my mother, that he might not be the winds of heaven, visit her face too roughly. Heaven and earth, must I remember? Why should it hang on him, as if increase of appetite had grown? By what a fed on, and yet within a month, let me not think on it, frailty thy name is woman. A little month or ere those shoes were with which she followed my poor father's body, like Niobe, all tears. Why she, even she, O God, a beast that once discoursed of reason, would have mourned longer. Married with my uncle, my father's brother, but no more like my father, than I to Hercules. Within a month, ere yet the salt of most unrighteous tears had left the flushing in her dallied eyes, she married. O most wicked speed to post, with such dexterity to incestuous sheets. It is not nor cannot come to good, but break my heart, for I must hold my tongue.
Your mom's such a strumpet. How are you feeling about that?
She's a fool. A certified fool. F-O-O-L. No one likes Claudius. He's super duper shady. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say.
Alright, so how do you feel about how Hamlet's been acting?
Honestly, I don't know what's going on with, him and his, stupid alter ego that's, messing up. It's been 2 months since his father has died. Should he have some sense? That little fool just makes me mad.
How does my good Lord Hamlet?
Well, God of mercy.
Do you know me, my lord?
Excellent well. You are a fishmonger.
Not I, my lord.
Then you were so honest a man.
Honest, my lord?
Aye, sir. To be honest, as this world goes, is to be one man picked out of 3,000.
That's very true, my lord.
For if the sun bred maggots in a dead dog, being a good kissing Karen, have you a daughter?
I have, my lord.
Let her not walk in the sun. Conception is a blessing, but as your daughter may conceive, friend, look to it.
How do you say by that? Still harping on my daughter? Yet he knew me not at first. He said I was a fishmonger. He is far gone, and truly, in my youth, I suffered much extremity for love. Very near this. I'll speak to him again. What do you read, my lord?
Words, words, words.
What is the matter, my lord?
Between who?
I mean the matter you read, my lord.
Slander, sir. For that satirical rogue says here that old men have gray beards, that their faces are wrinkled, their eyes purging thick amber and plum tree green, and that they have a plentiful lack of wit, together with most weak hands. All which, sir, though I most powerfully and potentially believe, yet I hold it not honesty to have it thus set down. For yourself, sir, shall grow old as I am, if, like a crab, you could go backward.
Though this be madness, yet there is method in it. Will you walk out of the air, my lord?
Into my grave?
Indeed, that's out of the air. How pregnant some of his replies are. So, Polonius, how do you feel about that?
That guy, don't get me started. Can you say nosy? He needs to stop sticking his snout to where it doesn't belong. It's my business. I may be with his daughter. I may not be. Bottom line, it's none of his business, so he needs to stay out of it.
What do you think Hamlet was trying to say to you? Honestly, I'm not really sure what Hamlet was saying. I know that he was trying to tell me something, maybe, but he was just, I think he's going crazy, and it's making me uncomfortable. The Queen and Claudius told me to look into it, but I don't really know. I guess I'll just have to come back to him later, you know? I don't know.
Madam, how like you this play?
The lady doth protest too much, methinks.
Oh, but she'll keep her word.
Have you heard the argument? Is there no offense in it?
No, they do but jest, poison in jest, no offense in the world.
I like him not, nor standeth safe with us to let his madness range. Therefore, he to England shall, the terms of our state may not endure, hazard so nears as doth hourly grow out of his brows.
What do you think Hamlet was trying to do with that play?
I don't know what he was trying to accomplish with his foolish actions, but he needs to not.
What do you think he was trying to say? That play was just so offensive to you. What do you think he's trying to do?
He's definitely not trying to overthrow me or anything.
So how do you think that went?
It was right.
What do you think people were thinking?
Honestly, I don't really know, but I just hope that they're starting to see the truth, because I'm getting really sick and tired of this unweeded garden. Oh, I die, Horatio. The potent poison quiet air crows my spirit. I cannot live to hear the news from England, but I do prophesy the election lights on Fortinbras. He has my dying voice, so tell him with the occurrence more and less, which have solicited, the rest is silence.
Now cracks a noble heart. Good night, sweet prince. In flights of angels sing thee to thy rest. Why does the drum come hither?
Where is this sight?
What is it you would see? If aught of woe or wonder, cease your search.
This query cries on havoc. O proud death, what feast is toward in thine internal cell, that thou so many princes at a shot so bloodily hast struck?
The sight is dismal, and our affairs from England come too late. The ears are senseless, that should give us hearing. To tell him commandment is fulfilled, that Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. Where should we have our thanks?
Not from his mouth. Had it the ability of life to thank you, he never gave commandment for their death. But since, so jump upon this bloody question, you from the Polish wars, and you from England, are here arrived, give order that these bodies high on a stage be placed to the view. And let me speak to the yet unknowing world how these things came about. So shall you hear of carnal, bloody, and unnatural acts, of accidental judgments, casual slaughters, of deaths put on by cunning and forced cause, and in this upshot, purposes mistook, fall on the inventor's head. All this I can truly deliver.
Let us haste to hear it, and call the noblest to the audience. For me, with sorrow I embrace my fortune. I have some rights of memory in this kingdom, which now, to claim my vantage, doth invite me.
Of that I shall also have cause to speak, and from his mouth whose voice will draw on more. But let the same be presently performed, even while men's minds are wild, lest more mischance on plots and errors happen.
Let 4 captains bear Hamlet like a soldier to the stage. for he was likely, had he been put on, to have proved most royal, and for his passage, the soldiers' music and the rite of war. Speak loudly for him, take up the bodies. Such a sight at this becomes the field, but here shows much amiss. Go bid the soldiers shoot.
How do you feel about what all just happened?
From a prince to a pauper to dust, Hamlet died for a good cause, and that cause was for Fortinbras to come and finally restore the great chain of being to its proper state.
So how do you feel about what just happened?
You know, I don't know what Hamlet's deal was, but everything should be better now. I think there's a lot of corruption in the state of Denmark. I think now we're looking at a lot more order and a lot more tradition to be followed in the state now.
So how do you think that went?
Right.